And we're live. Okay. It is 8:30 in the morning. It is Monday, July 16th, 2018, and we are making indie games. Um, if so, from a high level, what I've been doing over the last bit is the beginning of the game I think is pretty strong. The end of the game I think is pretty strong. The middle of the game, there just wasn't enough content there, and the game's a bit too long. So what I was going to do, first, for the last 2 weeks, I've been experimenting with some other mechanics and little kind of narrative scenes that I can drop in there to have different. I'm just kind of playing around and trying to find new mechanics, new ideas for the game, and I do want to have these narrative beats, and I think I'm gonna blow them up a little bit more and make a lot of the meat of the game to be in these narrative beats, at least in the middle of the game. So I've been experimenting with mechanics for that. Last time I streamed, I was showing off some of the puzzle stuff I was doing, some of the sliding stuff. So, and most of the last week, the time from, basically the entire time from last stream until now, has been mostly me struggling with all of the various edge cases when you make an object that you can push in this game, and how objects push and how they slide and that sort of thing. There's been a lot of work there. That's been a real interesting challenge to get that all working. It's really making me question my sanity. So here's an example of a dancing level. Like this is from a scene later on when they're kind of like dancing maybe, and there's gonna be a series of like 6 levels like these that you play through, and it's just it's exploring a slightly different mechanic. Like, oops, don't fall. So he kind of like grabs her and he can push her, undo, kind of push her over there. And I don't know how I'll art this up yet or anything. I'm just kind of playing around with what it should feel like. And can I make a puzzle that looks like 2 characters are dancing? Can I make a little romantic scene with these 2 characters? She's gotta hold them. Oops, no, don't fall. I think. Nope. So that's the very beginning of that. I obviously have to make a lot more levels for that to make sense. And that's kind of like the dance sequence. I started on that and I immediately pivoted to something I knew I wanted to do. Was like when they meet, they're on kind of like a little boat and they gotta, like boats are romantic, right? Like they're somewhere maybe in the clouds, on a boat. And can I make that kind of cool? And can I make like a little 2 characters falling in love on a boat? So this is the beginning of that. They meet and he's like, this is when they first meet. He's like, hi. And she's like, hi. And then they just start figuring it out. And now they're on a boat together, I think. So that's the idea. Shit, I had it right the first time. No, this is unwinnable. Is it? I think this is unwinnable. Yeah, because I meant to have it. This is supposed to be the first level. Give me a second. T.01 should be there. VO? No, I'm not gonna do VO, man. I'm already like, I wasn't gonna do any text because Loke is already kind of a drag, but VO specifically would be a huge drag. Hi. You're not the first person that's asked that either. I think it might be fun if they make like little kazoo noises when they talk though. Boom. See, now they're in a boat. And now they're at this level. I think this is a work in progress. I don't think you can win this one, can you? Oh, maybe you can. Yeah, I think you can. Maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, you can. I actually like that one. Here's one where, like, what were they gonna say here? She's like, ladies first, and she jumps in the boat, and he's all like, careful. She's like, because he can't go through there, see. And then she brings the boat back, and he catches her. Nope, he can't catch her. Because then he can't get on the boat. Now they're on a boat together. What was this one? I don't remember this one actually. I don't know if I finished this one. A lot of this has been like fixing the mechanics and the bugs. Oh, maybe it's like... That's easy. What the hell was I thinking when I made this? I remember doing it. I remember thinking I wanted you to have to... Yeah, okay. Did I finish this one? I have this feeling like I didn't. Like, I think I got stuck here. Figuring out what I wanted them to be able to do. Because I definitely wanted them to... I want you to have to figure out that you need Euler to go up here. But beyond that... I think I was playing around with the idea that you need to get them to... switch positions. Oh, shit, don't do that. God damn it, this is a bug I need to fix. You know, let's fix that bug today. Because you're going to accidentally do that a lot, and you should... If you're on the same moving object that she is on, then what should happen is you should push off of that object into space and then fall. That'll be the bug we fix right now. Yeah, Michael, no matter what, Loke is going to be a pain for... Like, it's beyond just Loke, too. It's... I think there's an artistry to casting voice actors and directing voice actors and things like that and getting the most out of it, and I respect that field a lot. Enough that I know that I don't know a lot about it, and that I'm already tackling a million things I don't know how to do. That's just not one I want to tackle, right? Like, I'm already not a writer writing stuff. I'm already not a programmer programming a game. I've already never designed a game or worked on a puzzle game. Like, we're reaching a point here where we're just so far out of my depth I'm already drowning, and I don't think I want to add voice acting and working with voice actors to the list of things I'm probably not gonna crush, right? And yeah, I kind of, in my head, they have these personalities that are quirky and weird, and I think something like the sound of kazoo, if they made noises, it would be musical notes. It would be, if they were speaking, they would speak in like a melody or a short riff or something like that, I think would be the sound. And I think you could express emotion through that pretty easily, actually. Rather than actually have somebody speak words. So I think that's the direction I would go. Probably. If I even do that. Which is a big if. So anyway, it's toasty in this basement. This is gonna be a sleepy stream. I fell asleep in the warmth. Did I really? Yeah, because like I thought... Hold on. I want to see... I remember when I had trouble with this. Doesn't she gotta like... Yeah, I was struggling with this map. Because I did get stuck, just not here. Yeah, this is where I got stuck. I was trying to figure out how. I wanted to play around with a couple ideas. I wanted to play around with the idea that he needs to be able to take that center position, move up and block it, and also I want to play around with the idea of her needing to switch sides, but I never figured out how to get them to push off if I did that. So I never finished this level. This is the last boat level I worked on. Not in sequence, but in... It's weird because I start a level and then I run into a bug and then I end up fixing the bug for like hours and then I just completely forget what the hell it is I was doing on the level. That's been happening a lot. Yeah. It would be nice to be able to get that. Like, you can't have my commentary. My commentary doesn't ship with the game. But a lot of times when you're animating, you kind of have an idea for how the characters feel and what they're doing. And you try to show it through their motion. And you don't... Like, show, don't tell is kind of the point of animation, right? And again, if I was going to do any sound for their speaking, which I might, I would hire a musician to do, like, a musical riff. I wouldn't, do text-to-speech, because they're not robots. They're little instrument people. I'm glad you like it though, Michael. Thanks, dude. So yeah, you know, it's weird because I felt like I've accomplished nothing over the last 2 weeks because I've just been constantly in Blueprint and there really isn't a lot to show, but I kind of like where it's going quite a bit. Like, I actually kind of like this a lot. So that feels pretty fulfilling. Let's go back to fixing the bug I said we were going to fix. Oh shit, I can't just reload this level, can I? Well, I can get them on the boat. Hi. Hi. I've never done anything like this before. You know, I thought I had that working. That must have rotted. Okay. Okay, so if he pushes here, he should... Euler should hit Rue within 1 square, push backwards... Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, Michael. I think it could work. Crap. Sorry. It's the problem with Mondays is I still get work emails, even if I'm not at work. That doesn't mean I don't get pinged. Alright. Okay, so this code. Fuck my life, man. This has been... fun. Alright, so this is gonna be in... when you extend a limb, this predicts the collision on extension. This is a shit show. When you extend the limb, if you hit a pawn, this is an ugly shit show. Okay, so you're moving one grid index at a time. Returning. So I get all the grid indexes of the entire clump. Yes. Oh god. So what it's going to say is because I'm testing them all together. Everything that's on the boat is getting tested together, right? And they're both on the boat. So it's not going to detect that he hit her. What it should have done was detected that the boat hit collision, though. That upsets me. Let's start there. It's not going to be the limbs colliding, so all this is for when the limbs collide. After the limbs collide. Wait, maybe in the second loop. Yeah, you're still just testing the limbs. So first, we do a pass where we say, okay, when the limb extends, limbs are extending. Check the grid IDs they're extending into and see if you can move there. Then there's a chance that the limb hits a wall, in which case we say, okay, you're being pushed now, so test the other direction. And then we loop through that again, because for the accordion there could be a case where she's right up against a wall, her limb hits a wall and extends her body out one, but we also need to check the other limb. We need to take the body extension into account when detecting when the other limb that's extending on the other side of her could be hitting something. So we loop through this twice. After that, we do another check, which is basically a lot of the same code, but this time, instead of checking the limbs that are extending, we're checking everything. The body, in this case the boat, the other character, absolutely everything, saying if the body is moving, does anything that's not the limbs that are extending hit something? That's this here. So we say, okay, here's the push direction. What? Yes, okay, so this is the direction we're pushing the body in X and Y. Initializing a bunch of variables to 0. Getting the load-bearing actor chain. This finds the actor at the very bottom of the chain, in this case the boat. Detect if it's a sliding actor. It is. Cast a moving prob. Yes. Return grid IDs moving with clump recursive. So this will get all the grid IDs for everything. Remove the grid IDs for objects, like if we're pulling in a limb. So when the accordion pushes out her arms, her accordion in the back pulls in. So we don't want to consider that accordion that's pulling in when we do our collision check, because we could get a false positive on a hit. So this is just removing those grid IDs. So now we just have grid IDs that are the things. Oh my god. Alright. Return. don't know why you think you don't have to do that if you're not in a sliding actor. That's curious. Is that a breakpoint here? Well, no. You know what? I feel like you're not even getting the boat, so let's add a grid. Let's add a breakpoint here. Let's see what we're getting out of this. Okay. That seems accurate. Get me to here. At this point, I should have all grid IDs for both characters. It's not going to tell me how many there are, but I mean, there should be a lot. Oh, fuck. You know, I might know why this is happening. Okay, so for every other level I fix this, and I think maybe I didn't fix it for this level. Yeah. Okay, so there's a trick here. So what's actually happening is there's what you see for the boat, which is this on every other level. You see that the boat is on water, and this will eventually be water. What's actually happening, if I can show you. The water is artificially high. The water's collision is actually here. Like, this is the collision for the water, right? And the boat is actually shaped like this. And this is very important because I didn't know where the... Like, there has to be a bottom of the boat. I didn't want to have to check... When going off the edge of the world, I didn't want to have to check every single thing at the bottom of the boat. I just made a rule that I'm like, okay, in my game there'll always be a bottom. Like one cube that everything is sliding around on. So the boat will look like this. You'll get the feeling that it's sliding around on this cube. But under the hood, when I'm moving things around, it's actually this kind of Tetris piece. That's sort of hard to explain. I explained it poorly, but that's what's going on. And I never did that update to the level we were on, so that's one problem. And I never logged into Perforce this morning. Because it's Monday and I'm tired. So first things first, let's fix this level. Let's take everything I want to be water. And we will replace you with the water tile. Move you down too. That'll take you. Do not paste. And that's your actual shape. And then let's just go all the way here. Let's say that you are hidden in game. Let's give you the actual boat proxy mesh. You're already attached. No, you're not. Movable. Okay, so yeah. Cool. We've built a boat. Alright, let's try that again. Not sure if that should have made any difference. But you're on a boat. Hi. And if he pushes, I'm hitting a breakpoint that is behind the screen, so I'm locked up. Wah wah. And he pushes. Let's remove these breakpoints. Okay, yeah, so we still have the same problems before. Well, shit. Alright. If you push. Yeah, I thought this was the thing I hacked in this to add. Oh, let's just add a breakpoint here because I thought that's what fixed this. True. So I detect that the pawn can't detach from a sliding actor. I ignore everything below the pawn. I determined that it could in fact move there. Okay, but it's not even detecting this. Letting actors hitting an object. That's the problem. This should detect, like, hey, the boat hit an object. Whereas I'm guessing it's not even getting that far. Like, let's have a print here. Not to print anything, just so I have a place to add a breakpoint. I'll wait and add it in a second. Okay. Add a breakpoint. So the second I detect that there should be collision, for the boat, this should break. Okay, good. You should get down to here, this should be true. Actually, let's just step through it. F10. Ugh. Okay, we cast a moving grab. It's gonna be false. We hit a static mesh actor. What? You've detected that you've hit a moving actor. Maybe we're testing something. What? Okay. I guess we're just missing some fail-safes here. So, we're getting a false positive. Alright, you've detected that a grid ID has hit something. Local grid IDs to test. Check a grid tile. Test it for collision. Before you do that. Okay, collision is true. Fine. Go through each of the actors in that grid tile. Yeah, the failsafe I need here I think I've done elsewhere, like all over the place. Make sure, right? It's not yourself, it's not... Oh, come on, where's the code I want? I thought I copy-pasted it everywhere. Fine. Okay, so you hit something that's blocking you. Make sure it's not. Actually, here. Alright, so back here when I'm getting the load-bearing actor chain and I'm finding the lowest actor in the chain, I'm also returning all the actors. Right? No, I'm not actually. Here we go. Return all grid IDs moving with the clump. I'm also returning all the actors. So this is the boat, the pawns on it, everything. We're going to promote this to a local variable, which is local all actors in clump. This is never going to be pretty. It's a fucking nest. Okay. And then I'm ashamed of it. I'm sorry. Get. Find out. Basically, if you're already like if you're the boat, if you're the character on the boat, if you're anything like that, then you can't collide. You shouldn't collide with yourself at this point. Otherwise we'll get all kinds of weird bugs. As we iterate and something moves from one grid ID to another one, like the entire clump doesn't move from one grid ID to another one as one, necessarily, so we need to make sure that we turn off collision detection basically between different sub-elements on the clump. Collision detection? I don't know if you want to call it that. I mean, that's what it is, but... Anyway, that probably won't fix things. But... No, that did nothing interesting. So all actors in clump includes two pawns, 4 moving objects. That seems right. There's 4 moving tiles, there's 2 pawns. Oh wait. So you should have hit something that's not that. So it better not be a moving. Good. Hitting a pawn that's not a moving prop. It should also be false. Good. You know they've hit a static object. So this is probably the one grid-based object hitting. Hopefully it's this tile realizing it's butting up against a static mesh. True. Now, ignore all grid IDs below the pawn. Happens here, you've detected that you've hit collisions. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying, okay, ignore everything on the boat, test just the trombone, does it hit a collision? And it's saying it does. Which is bullshit. But then again, I have absolutely no testing here to make sure that you're not hitting yourself. So it's entirely possible you've just hit yourself. Because, like, say, we updated one limb in the grid world, and then we hadn't updated the other grid limb yet, and then it thinks it's colliding. We need to add a bit of logic to make sure you can't collide with yourself. So this is gonna get longer. We're gonna take the tile data, we're gonna break it. We're gonna check each actor. You know, I wanna, maybe I take this function here, test tile data for collision. Maybe I add input actors to ignore. And then I only return. Oh wait, are you already doing this? Oh, you're already checking if you're hitting yourself. Hmm. Curious. Okay. My UE4 fail story from last week was work. I've been working in the engine since last December. Blueprint just discovered the select node. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one's a good one. It's kind of a staple. Whatever, man, we've all been there. We're all learning. Okay, so on this moment when you stop looking at everything from the boat and you just look at these grid IDs, what are you looking at? Give me the list. So I had a breakpoint here. Just breakpoints everywhere. Five, yeah, that's correct. Those IDs look right too. They're all the same sea height. So you're testing these 5 grid IDs. Moving 1 unit. Yeah. Oh, no, no, ha. See, because you're retracting this, Lynn. So you shouldn't test these 2. God damn it. Okay. Got it. That would be the problem. So we don't want to test 5 grid IDs. We want to remove the grid IDs that are the one that we're retracting. That's the bug. So I've done this before. Get opposite limbs to modify for each of those. it's not the body grid ID, remove it. Okay, I'm gonna promote this to a local variable. Pawn only. Local grid IDs to test. Pawn only. And then I'm gonna remove these. Then those are the grid IDs I'm gonna test against. Okay, grid IDs for pawn, except IDs being retracted. So I already tested those. This is hideous. And I am sorry. But no one's ever gonna see this. People see the game, and I know what's going on. And so long as I never have to edit this when it's done, ever, we'll be just fine. I need to clean this up. Once I've proven these levels are fun, and I've made more than like a handful of levels, I will clean this up. Hopefully. Okay. Anyway. This is a function within this. Not a function. This is a bit of code running within this loop. Okay. Hey, Weez, what's up, man? Good morning. Let's see if that's working more. Miracles happen. It did work. Okay, we're back. Cool. It's getting awfully close. Alright. So. That's working, which is fine. Next thing. what happens when you push off? What boat level were we on? Were we on 4? Oh, I had that really easy use case. So if he pushes here, that should not have happened, basically. Oh, here's an even easier one. Right here, if he pushes, that should not happen. So now you have a situation where you can push. What am I saying? Oh god, this is gonna be impossible. Okay, so I have a situation where I have a pawn hitting another pawn that's a part of the same clump. And for a lot of reasons I made that. My collision detection system will not detect that. Hang out with the chat. Hey, Pretty Ferret, are you new here? Thought I knew my people. I am good. And hi, Amp. This way I only have to get coffee once, I don't have to go twice. Comfortably fits 2 cups of coffee. More coffee than that is too much coffee. Less coffee than that is not enough coffee. It is the perfect mug. It's also important that it is tall rather than wide. If you make a wide mug, then cold air can get to the coffee, which cools it down faster. You don't want that. You want the mug to be tall, so that the coffee stays warm longer. It's also not working because I'm falling asleep. I do have this figured out. I saw this at Target and I was like, for like $1, and I was like, that's genius. Best Target mug I've ever seen. Yeah, that's a smarter solution. But I mean, like, I tend to like drip coffee better, and I tend to like coffee that's very weak. I would rather have a lot of weak coffee, because I just drink it too fast, and if it's like too strong I get wired. So in reality 1 cup of coffee would be enough, but I would drink it too fast and then I get headaches, so fuck that. I should be working, but oh god, I am so... Weeds, I'm so sick of working on this game, man. I'm really Sick of working on this game, man. I hit it. I'm there. But I can't do anything else. Because reasons. There's always more bugs. It never ends. And when this ends, there'll be more shit. And then eventually I have to redo. So after I figure out all the side levels I want and stuff, I need to just completely rethink this screen. It's not working. It's just not. It's confusing and everybody hates it. I hate it. Maybe I'll pull the camera up, point it down, I think, and make... Somehow it'll look like a Mario map. Try to crib what they did for Mario's, like, level select stuff. Something more top-down. Maybe. I don't know, Wheeze. There's no point thinking about it yet, because I'm going to cut about a third of these levels. There's just too many, and they're just not that interesting. Hey, Belly. That's good. I'm just bitching because it's Monday. Mondays are for bitching. But we can at least fix this one bug. So that's clearly busted. It's busted in an interesting way, too. Right. Because I expect it to be there. It's one over from where I would expect. Curious. So, I think I need to just slap in an edge case for this. No, I'm not really happy with the level select thing. For many reasons. It's mostly just that it's too confusing. Nobody can really figure out what it is or how to use it. It's not intuitive. I mean, there's a crispness to something like... If you go back to basics, right? To any of these earlier Mario maps where it's just kind of like, okay, it's really obvious. You start here, you can go this way or this way, it unlocks different things with different offshoots. That's, I think, in the end, what it turned out my game as being. So, with the exception that rather than having one character, there's 3 different start points that all kind of end the same place. I don't know, I just feel like this is a better template to start from, to think about. It's not even really that there's... Yeah, this is a problem I'm gonna start thinking about after. So I said the goal was I'm gonna take a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm gonna come up with a bunch of different modes, which I'm in the middle of right now, right? Uh, and I'm gonna have these narrative beats that happen, and then I'm gonna kind of work out where I want them in the world. So obviously, like Euler and Rose should have a beat where they meet, they kind of fall in love, and then there's a beat later on where you can go through you can do some dancing levels, and you can choose to do like just the narrative ones, or you can do like like the unnecessarily difficult ones, and those will be added on if you want to keep going that branch, or you could just keep going, and then you have the beat where they break up, and then you can have some unnecessarily difficult levels off of that, or you can just keep going with the narrative. And but I need to get all the mechanics and have an idea of every beat in the game, and then I'll sit down and I'll just draw a map. That'll happen later. That'll happen next month. And then I'll make the level select screen work for that. And that'll be, I don't know. That's the goal. And then hopefully by the end of, what are we in? July, August? By the end of August, I should have the game kind of at least gray boxed the way I want it. And then I'll probably crack open that Unreal Dev grant and I'll get some help for the environment art. I'll start on the music, I'll start really digging in. And then, I don't know, after that, we'll see where we are and we'll assess from there. Thanks, Attack Button, it's pretty sweet. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not so much an overworld map. I mean, the way you would think about it is like... So see how you have all these dots? And then, I don't remember this game, but like, let's say that... I don't think it's actually like this, but like, let's say that this is actually a bunch of levels, like a pack of levels. That's kind of in a way what I've been doing, right? Like... hold on. So you have these areas, right, where there's actually like a bunch of levels here. There's 6 of them. All in that one dot. So each of the narrative beats are going to be like that, right? Like when you do the breakup scene, that's one dot here. You select it, it pops up, and then there's actually like 8 little tiny levels. And then maybe I'll make a couple of like optional, exceptionally difficult levels. I don't know what that'll look like. I don't know why I keep saying that. Exceptionally difficult. Unnecessarily complicated. You have to have like a couple of those. I don't know. Because I want to. Because it's so easy to make this game incredibly hard. Yeah. So I'll have more of those kinds of key moments. This being the big one. When this is arted up, I think this will look good. I like the direction for the art, kinda. I have an idea. This needs a lot more polish. This needs to be brighter up here. The game in general needs to be brighter. There's a lot that has to happen here. So it'll be the same kind of concept. I think the camera will be more top-down. Somehow I need to find a way to simplify this, so I'm getting a simple version of it. Like how this is a simpler version of Mario. I should look at their newer stuff. This is so much more linear. But yeah, that's the direction I'm thinking. For now. Hey 00 Lynn. Glad you like it. But if you start thinking about all that stuff, it becomes overwhelming. It's a lot easier. God damn it, Slack. Oh, sorry. Elon Musk is everywhere. Slack is dead. Let's go back to fixing shit, shall we? This will be test level boat. Did I change it so this is the right one? Yes, okay. So the bug we are fixing at the moment is this bug. And what I'm going to do to fix that is add in an edge case. Oh God. Okay, so you're... Oh God. There's a lot of good reasons why I don't want you to be able to detect that you're colliding with something else that's on the clump. Maybe... Oh God. No, you're detecting that you're hitting him. You are, because you're pushing off. So you're hitting this. My contacts are not doing well today. So you're hitting... hitting something. Hopefully you're hitting this. And you're saying it's not self, it's not... Oh, and I'm actually not detecting if you're hitting something else in the clump here. Interesting. Well, yeah, okay. No, yeah, that... Okay. So the problem comes here. You say, okay, I've hit a pawn. Is that pawn on a moving prop? Get yourself. Make sure they're not equal. Ha ha ha. Are you on the same moving prop? Alright, so this right here, we already have exactly the situation. I am detecting that I have hit a pawn on the same moving prop, and what I do right now is just bullshit. I just say I hit a wall, but I didn't hit a wall. So what I need to do is add some sort of edge case. What do I do down here? This is starting to bleed together. I need to have some kind of delineation. Okay. Because this is hella confusing already. All of this needs to be very much separated from all. If I can just select these two boxes. Come on, please. Good. You are separate. You are pass 3. This is a pass where we're testing the extremities that are extending. This is a pass where we're testing everything else. We skipped the testing everything else if the body didn't move. That's what these wires are here. At the end we return results. So what is this? Test for sliding actor. Right, yeah. This I want to reuse. Oh god, this is ugly. I wonder if I can actually wire directly to it. It's probably better than copy pasting. Alright, so in this case, I probably won't do this. I'm just thinking it through. Are you on a sliding actor? Yes. Can you detach? Set that you can detach for now. Then get all of the grid IDs that make up just you. And test those for... Here's where it changes. Yeah, I have to copy paste. I'm gonna call this Lim hits pawn on same moving, same clump, and pushes off clump, possibly. Maybe. Like, what happens now when... I'm gonna invent a scenario here. Give me... What's my testing level? Oh, I like that testing level. I don't want to break it. See, it's got hearts. I put some heart into that one. Whatever, we'll just do... For now, we're just gonna do this because I just need to do a test. Take you here and you here. Actually, no, I'm gonna forget and fuck up that level. Okay, let's take... Yeah, I don't need to test this. I'm going off on a weird tangent. Here's what I need to do. Right. Okay. So you've hit another actor, probably like trombone hits accordion on, and they're both on the boat. Step 1. I think I already have the lowest. Get mode bearing actor chain. Is there a way to not get beneath you? No. Give me the grid ID of the lowest thing in the chain. Not in the chain, the lowest index of the pawn, which will be... hold on, comment. Get lowest grid ID on pawn. Get the socket that's you're standing on. Get the socket data array. Find the struct for that socket, break it. If is extended, select the extended. No. If is extended. Or unextended length is greater than 0. Then get the last index. Get the grid ID of the last point in the arm. Otherwise, just get the grid ID of the body. That'll be the lowest thing in the character. Okay, so now we have the grid ID for the lowest point of the character. Next. Get lowest grid empty and pawn. Test if as this move pushes off of clump. What's it doing up here? Yes, okay, so get this grid ID, return the point, cast down, move it, and then cast down 1 and Z and see if you get collision there, or see if you're still in the clump, basically. So your X delta, this is your Y delta. Your Z delta is -1. There will be no falling in my game from one level to another. That is just out of the fucking question at this point. I've made my peace with that. This is the index we are testing. So you're on a boat, you push off, saying, okay, if you're here, check down. Are you still in the same clump? If so, I'm not sure how you get away with this. Actually, does any of that matter? No. Doesn't matter. You don't want the clump to move either way. This doesn't matter. Get the grid at east of the pawn. This also doesn't matter. I don't care if you hit collision or not. Right? Hit a prop, that's not a move. Here's the meat of what I want. I want you to change it so you're not testing all the grid IDs, you're only testing the pawn. So you're no longer testing the boat and the accordion against collision, you're only testing the trombone against collision. And I want you to set the boat to stop moving with the trombone, which is what this is doing. This is saying to get the moving actor struct and save it off as, yeah, and set that you're no longer on a sliding actor. Okay. I have no idea if this will work. Sorry, I haven't been checking this much. Yeah, 00 Lin. I did actually model it. I recorded modeling the characters. You can see them on the YouTube channel. And I think I did, I was planning to do a quick, like, 3-minute video, sped up video of the modeling process, just because those are fun. I've done one so far, the one for the drummer, and I talk through it. I think that's also up on the YouTube channel. Here, give me a sec. See that. Oh god, I can't even spell YouTube. Mondays. I don't know how to use this interface. Channel. Where are my playlists? There they are. Give me a link. Oh, whatever. Here. I think that'll take you to it. Or it'll take you to something. Or it won't. I don't know. We'll find out. Hey Elf, I don't know if I said hi yet. Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, this is new. I mean, what we got now is... Let's see if this makes sense to me. You're detecting you've hit something. You detect that you're both in the same clump. Okay. Hitting another pawn on... Come on. What you doing here, buddy? Are we just not... Oh, because the game's running. Can't edit the code while it's running. Hitting another pawn on the same clump. lump to not move. That's good, but then we still need to do the part where we say, okay, also you have hit collision and need to move. Need to include that. Logic. I mean, that's fine, because it is an illegal move, but what I want is for you to push off, fall to death, and then come back, because that's what would happen anywhere else. So why isn't that happening here? I'm scared that this is dangling here. And so is this. Did that used to go to something? Oh. Maybe I just left it from before. No. Oh fuck, I fucked up something. This is... Oh shit. Get the low subactor in there. Just trying to get the low subactor. I connected the wrong wire. If you're false, you're supposed to go this way. What happens if you're true? If you're not on the same, then you've hit a loop. Yes. Okay. Whoops. Well, that was bad. Okay. So yeah, so we're back to not working again. So... okay. This is the actor that the target is standing on. The coordinate is standing on this. You're standing on this. They are not the same. Or they are the same. Okay, get just the pawns. Yes. Get just your own grid IDs. This means nothing. We're not testing other grid IDs at this point. This is meaningless. This section of the code is only testing the limbs that are extending. So you didn't need to worry about that anyway. What you do need to do is take the moving prop that you're standing on. It's set to be a moving prop pushed rather than something sliding with you. Goddamn. Your start location will be the beginning, the end location will be this part almost doesn't matter. Hold on, I'm trying to think of a scenario where I think at any time, yeah, if you hit an actor that's on the same moving, if you hit the accordion while you're on the boat does not move, you move. I don't even think we need to make you a moving prop. I think we just need to set sliding actor following X form to be wrong. This whole thing might be unneeded. It can't be that simple. Can it? No. Are we even going down this cut path? Yes, we are. We detect that collision. We say sliding actor following X form is 0. Oops. Alright, scrap all this. It's a lot of code to say don't bother moving this. Let's make a pool. Maybe. It's getting out of control. Let's move check slims twice. Sliding actor falling. Undo. For rotate. Okay. So this variable says sliding actor following transform. I need to set that much earlier. This is saying, hey, I'm on an actor that can slide, and here's the offset from me. Let's see here, let's say. Let's create an if statement if this has been set. If not, go this way. Let's assume this has been set much earlier. This is really hard for me to explain. I know I'm totally giving up and I'm sorry. I'm just not even sure if this is gonna work. Basically, I need to declare that you're on a sliding actor much earlier so I can use it and manipulate it before I get to this check. What the hell is this? This is a variable that shouldn't exist. Oh, I got it. Okay. That's the actual prompt. This is the clump. Get it. Okay. That's confusing. Okay, so back at the very beginning when we're declaring our variables. Somewhere in here. Kind of standing on sliding actor. Doesn't matter where, might as well do it at the very beginning. Okay, now we have it. Now if we change it here, it'll still be changed down here. Oh, good lord. It's fine. Everything's fine. So... Sure. Oh, let's just see if that maybe it just works. Probably won't. Hey, Jack Attack. Hit a breakpoint. Yes. Cool. Okay. Still don't know what I'm doing with this level. Okay, I'm gonna check that in. Alright. I think I'm gonna check in. I forgot how Perforce works. Forgot everything. Save all. Now what? Oh, my to-do list is horrifying. think I'm gonna stop streaming for a bit. I'm gonna turn on the AC because it's getting really toasty in here. I'm gonna try to make some levels today. Because we're at a place where I just need to get that done. Maybe I'll stream more later tonight, or if I hit a bug, I will stream more. I know this is a short one, but in my defense, I'm burnt out, and also it's 1,000,000 degrees, and I need to run that damn AC. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll probably be back later. I'm almost certainly gonna hit another bug. Womp womp. I hope you guys have a good Monday. Let's host Wheeze because he was nice enough to drop by. I'm pretty sure he's streaming. Oops. I don't know how Twitch works.
You're going to look more at Kite. It's also a cheaper item, but he is ahead of the curve.
I do not like his voice. I usually like Australian voices. Wheeze 202. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We are now gonna raid Wheeze 202. Hopefully I spelled that right. Yep, later. Wait, is he streaming?
Maybe this could just be the player character. No, I think I might have to like apply some time dilation to the movement component or something. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see.